There's like this misconception that once you experience the ultimate nature of reality that you'll be happy all the time or something, and that is just not true. Yeah, you can turn off all emotions when you're dead, but it doesn't really stay like that. And that's a good thing because emotions are in some sense what keeps us alive. And so it's not this idea of being enlightened and never having a bad day again and always being cheerful and happy. That's just illusionary. That's just toxic positivity of people who think it's going to be like that, or people who think it's supposed to be like that, and then they keep taking different substances to try to feel good every second. And that's really not what it's all about. Emotions aren't really supposed to linger, but sometimes for some of us, they do linger longer than they should. And yesterday, I was kind of in this state where I was thinking about some things that probably weren't too good. So what I did is I just watched several hours of my coach and watched like her modules again for half the day, just because I knew that my mindset was not where it should be. And I didn't like, boom, get out of whatever I was thinking about and then be like, oh yeah, now I can make a perfect video talking about how amazing I am and, what I can offer you and how I can help you. I was not thinking that way about myself. So I just needed to take the time to just get out of that headspace. So I ended up making my video later in the day, which sometimes I just make it later in the day, but normally I don't. And so I was actually kind of a little bit rushed on making my video. So I may have come across as a little bit harsh and a little bit negative towards people and just maybe downright snippy. But I think sometimes you need to be snippy. And I know my coach, when she just bought this other coaching program, and she was like in a mode of like leveling up, she got very snippy with us. And it was like, why aren't you guys making money yet? Like, why aren't you guys doing all the things? And just kind of very irritated with us for not being more successful, which, but yet at the same time, I almost think being like that was helpful to us, because sometimes when you're happy all the time and when you're like joyful and fun all the time, it's easy for people to sit back and think, I don't need to do anything. I can just sit there and do nothing. And you'll always be like really happy and really pleased with us and just really mellow and calm and fun and just, But I think sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need somebody to just kick us in the ass and say, you're not doing the things. I'm mad at you for not doing the things and for slacking off. And in fact, there's coaches who are essentially that way all the time, and they specialize in kicking your ass and telling you how cruddy you are. And I'm not really that type of coach just because I'm not really that type of person. But sometimes I do get in a snippy mode, and I have it in me to get in a snippy mode. And I'm not always fun, and I don't always love my life. It's not a thing. Sometimes I am annoyed with people for not leveling up and for sitting on their ass and for not doing the things and for being scared to put themselves out there and for hiding in the corner and not being ready. And I just want to push them off a cliff and say, just do it. Just fly already, But that doesn't mean people are suddenly going to do it. But for some people, that emotion is what moves them to finally take action on the thing that they've been kind of putting off forever or not doing. So I do want people to know that I'm capable of being very mean and being snippy. I have it in me. I'm not normally like that, but I do have it in me to be that way.